In this video, I'll show you exactly why Carnival Horizon is called a game changer, and by the end, you'll know if it's worth your vacation time. Have you ever noticed how some cruises promise excitement but leave you bored after day one? I'm breaking down every highlight, from the dining to the entertainment, so you can skip the guesswork and plan a trip you'll remember. Miss out on this info, and you might waste your hard-earned money on a lackluster cruise. When I first saw Carnival Horizon, I couldn't believe how big it was. It's part of the Vista class, which means it's one of Carnival's newest and most advanced ships. It arrived in 2018, and it's the second Vista-class ship after its sister. There are 15 passenger decks, which means lots of room to spread out. Deck after deck has places to eat, things to do, and cozy corners to relax. I'll be honest, I got lost a few times at first, but that's part of the adventure. You discover hidden areas that not everyone else knows about, and that keeps things interesting. My first stop was Skyride. I had heard about it before boarding, but nothing prepared me for the real thing. It's like a 2-lane bike course that's high up in the sky. You hop on these little bike pods, strap in, and pedal around a track that circles above the ship's top decks. The breeze on your face, the ocean stretched out all around you. It's thrilling and peaceful at the same time. If you're afraid of heights, you might hold on tight, but believe me, it's so worth it. After that, I wandered over to the IMAX theater. On a cruise ship, a movie theater seems normal enough. But an IMAX theater? That's pretty special. The screen is huge, 3 decks tall, so it really feels like you're part of the movie. Whether you want to see the newest blockbuster or a cool nature film, you get to watch in a giant, high-tech space at sea. I remember sitting there thinking, wow, I never thought I'd see a film like this on a cruise. Another super fun place is Dr. Seuss Waterworks. It's a bright and silly water park inspired by Dr. Seuss stories. Even if you're an adult, it's hard not to laugh when you see the giant Cat in the Hat slide. It twists and turns for over 450 feet. There's also a slide called the Fun Thing Slide, plus a huge tipping top hat that dumps water everywhere. I saw kids and grown-ups screaming with joy. I also found something special called the Havana Bar and Pool area. This part of the ship feels like you stepped into old Cuba. The music, the bright colors, the people dancing. It's so lively at night. During the day, it's a peaceful place to sip a Cuban-style drink and relax by the pool. But here's the catch. In the daytime, it's just for people who have Havana cabins. At night, everyone can join the party. So if you really love the vibe, you might consider booking a Havana room next time. Later, I decided I needed a quiet moment to recharge, so I headed to Cloud9 Spa. This is a 2-level space dedicated to relaxing. They have a special pool called a thalassotherapy pool, 4 steam chambers, an infrared sauna, which felt magical for my sore muscles, and something called a Turkish bath. I also spotted experience showers that spray fragrant water in different ways. It was a peaceful break from all the action. If you prefer quiet sunbathing, the Serenity Adult-Only Retreat is perfect. It's for guests 21 and over, so no rowdy kids running around. There are cozy loungers, hammocks, and a salad station on sea days. I loved watching the waves while relaxing in a hammock, sipping on a cool drink. One day, I realized I hadn't even explored the dining scene yet. Let me tell you, I was missing out. Guy's Burger Joint, a Carnival favorite by celebrity chef Guy Fieri, offers mouth-watering burgers. You can also pile on your own toppings. Nothing beats a freshly grilled burger and fries after a day of fun in the sun. Next, I tried Guy's Pig and Anchor Smokehouse, Brewhouse, also by Guy Fieri. This place is all about barbecue and onboard craft beer. I really like the beef brisket, which they smoke for 18 hours. They also serve pulled pork, baby back ribs, and all the sides you could want. For dinner, you pay a little extra, but it's worth it. If you catch them on the right day, lunch might even be free. Seafood Shack is where I satisfied my seafood cravings. They charge by the item, but you can find fish and chips, lobster rolls, buffalo shrimp, and more. One day, I had a warm bowl of clam chowder in a bread bowl. Perfect comfort food. I also got curious about bonsai teppanyaki, where chefs cook right in front of you on a big hot grill. They flip shrimp into the air, crack eggs with spatulas, and make onion volcanoes. It's dinner and a show. Their set menu includes appetizers and main courses like lobster tail or steak. When I wanted something fancy, I went to Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse. It's super classy. I ordered ahi tuna tartare as a starter, then a juicy steak as my main course. They even bring out some desserts tableside. For me, this was a special treat. Another night, I felt like Italian, so I tried Cucina del Capitano. It reminded me of a cozy family restaurant back home, with garlic bread, pasta, and hearty sauces. During lunch, they change into the Captain's Pasta Bar, which is free. It's a nice way to try different pasta dishes without spending extra money. I love live shows, so I made sure to catch some performances. The Punchliner Comedy Club was hilarious. They have family-friendly shows earlier in the evening, then adult-only comedy later at night. I have to warn you, if you go to the late show, things can get spicy. If you like big stage shows, head to Playlist Productions in the Liquid Lounge. They use music, dancing, special effects, and sometimes scents to bring the performance to life. Yes, they actually use smells. The lounge can fill up quickly, so get there early for a good seat. During the day, the Liquid Lounge is used for other events like bingo or dance classes. At night, the lounge turns into a dance club with a DJ. One night, I stayed up way too late dancing. But hey, that's what vacations are for. If gambling is your thing, check out the Horizon Casino, where you can play slots, blackjack, roulette, or even poker tournaments. But my favorite nightlife spot was the Havana Bar. It's so full of energy, with Cuban music and people salsa dancing. During the day, it's quieter, but once the sun goes down, the party really starts. Now we come to the moment I'd been waiting to share, the ship's Dreamscape LED sculpture in the atrium. The first time I saw it, I actually stopped in my tracks. It's a towering shape that rises up 3 decks, made of over 2,000 LED tiles. Pictures don't do it justice. The images move and change colors all day long. But here's the part that touched my heart. Some of the art displayed on the Dreamscape was created by kids from St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Carnival partners with St. Jude, and they had these children draw bright, happy pictures. Now those kids' creations shine on this giant LED sculpture for thousands of people to see. When I stood there looking up, I felt so moved. It's like the ship is sharing those kids' hope and creativity with the whole world. This might be my favorite part of Carnival Horizon. It's fun and pretty, but also reminds me that we can all spread a little kindness, even while on vacation. Once I pulled myself away from the Dreamscape, I went in search of more fun. Up on the top decks, I found Sport Square. There's a Sky Course Ropes Challenge, which is different from the Sky Ride. If you're brave, you can cross thin beams and shaky bridges high above the deck. I tried it, and my heart was pounding, but it was a blast. They also have a 9-hole mini golf course and sports courts for basketball or volleyball. Inside, there's the clubhouse, where you can play mini bowling, ping pong, and arcade basketball. I like that I could go from sweaty rope courses outside to a friendly game of air hockey inside. For water fun, we can't forget Dr. Seuss Waterworks. I mentioned it before, but seriously, this water park is one of the best at sea. 2 main slides, the Cat in the Hat slide, enclosed, super long, and the Fun Thing slide, which is shorter but still exciting. There's also a tipping bucket and splash zone. It's bright, silly, and perfect for kids and grown-ups who want to let loose. If arcades are your thing, Carnival Horizon has a 24/7 arcade. It's all cashless, so you swipe your Sail and Sign card to play. They have modern video games like driving simulators, shooting games, and even some classics. Many of them give e-tickets you can trade for prizes. I'm a total sucker for arcade games, so I spent more time here than I should admit. After all that excitement, you'll definitely want a comfy cabin. Carnival Horizon has many room choices. The inside staterooms are the simplest, about 170 square feet. They're cheaper, but still cozy. If you like a window, you can choose an ocean view stateroom, about 220 square feet. Balcony staterooms are super popular because you get a private outdoor space. A standard one is around 185 square feet, with a 35 square foot balcony. If you want something close to the water, cove balconies are on the lower decks. For a bigger balcony, there are premium vista balconies that wrap around the corner. One of the coolest cabin types I saw is the Havana Cabana. It's decorated in a fun Cuban style and has a patio that leads to a private lanai. It also gives you special daytime access to the Havana pool area. If you want more space, there are Havana Cabana suites too. Suites come in a few levels, like Ocean Suites or Grand Suites, which have bigger living areas and fancy perks. There are also family harbor rooms on deck too, great if you have kids, because they include a special lounge with snacks and games. And if you love spa perks, you can get a Cloud9 spa room or suite. These give you extra spa benefits, which can be a real treat. No matter which room you pick, you'll find the usual stuff: a TV, safe, mini fridge, and comfortable beds. If you need to fit a big family, ask about connecting rooms or pull-down beds. There are lots of options for every budget. All that fun is great, but you might be wondering, where can I go on this amazing ship? Well, Carnival Horizon offers trips mostly to the Caribbean. Some cruises last 6 nights and take you to places like Ocho Rios, Jamaica, Grand Cayman, Cayman Islands, and Cozumel, Mexico. Others last 8 nights and go to the Southern Caribbean, visiting islands like Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. Some might stop at La Romana or Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic too. You'll have a good mix of port days and sea days, so you can explore islands and still have plenty of time to enjoy all the onboard activities. The ship sails all year, but the exact places can change based on the season. But here's the best part. All of these fun features, the Sky Ride, the IMAX, the Havana Bar, the Dreamscape in the atrium, only made me curious about what other cruise ships have to offer and if they could compare to Carnival Horizon. Guess what? I found another ship with an even bigger surprise than the Dreamscape. It has an attraction so breathtaking that people are lining up for hours to try it. Click the video above, and let's travel.